Night Swim is a movie about fictional ex-Milwaukee Brewers third baseman Ray Waller as he tries to find the perfect house for him and his family when an early MS diagnosis ends his playing career. Ray and his family decide to settle down in a big house in the suburbs with one wet-ass problem. The house they bought came with a pool.
God damn it.
Hey everybody, welcome to the movie club. As always, we're your bad movie boys, Matt, Tommy, and Collie. We are back and older than ever, and we are here to tell you about Night Swim.
Night swim. I take you on the night swim, baby.
What is Night Swim really about? Baseball. Surprisingly, this movie is a lot about baseball, the ultimate pool sport. Let's address the elephant in the room. Night Swim is a movie about a haunted pool. Obviously, there's a lot of limitations there with what you can do with it. If there's a haunted pool, just don't go in the fucking pool. Problem solved.
You say that, but then if I knew there was a pool that was possessed with an evil spirit and it's 108 degrees outside with 90% humidity, I'll wear a cross and I'll jump in.
Just swim during the day. This movie's called Night Swim. Just don't do that.
They have to spend a lot of time in this movie getting people into the pool. So they move into their house, and the first thing that they notice is their cat starts being weird around the pool. And I don't know if you guys noticed this or had the subtitles on, but the wife, Eve, straight up calls the cat a pussy.
You don't want to swim? Hmm? Pussy.
Was that intended to be clever or mean?
Mom, Dad! Come look! He probably fell in and got scared.
Drop the collar in the pool and fuck you, I'm gonna move into some place where they don't call me names.
So the main character, Ray, he's got MS, and his doctor says that he's having these episodes, which is not how MS works. And basically, if he exercises more, they'll go away. And wow, they have a pool. What a great way to exercise.
We have a pool.
We have a pool. Like, he said wealthily. What a fucking asshole.
That is the first way they have tried to get people into the pool in this dumbass movie.
Yeah, they make their kids dive for their college tuition.
Yes, they make them die for their allowance money. Whatever you pick up before you come up for air, you get to keep.
Suck it, Izzy. I got 11 cents.
This is where, like, after the cat disappears, you start to see the ghosts, and like they start getting haunted by Bam Margera's uncle.
Can I also point out, like Don Vito, that ghost was attacking a teenage girl.
So how do they get other people into the pool to make this movie worthwhile? Well, they come up with the most hilariously dumb shit to get people to go into this pool. The first example that had me absolutely dying is the first day of school, Ray's daughter gets approached by some cute boy to join the JV Christian Swim Club. The fucking poster is a picture of a swimmer T-posing on the diving board. If you guys know anything about Jesus, he walked on water. He did not swim. That's a terrible mascot for your swim team.
Maybe Chris in the pool? Turn it into holy water? Problem solved?
We learned that from that one movie we watched, Christianity Cures Ghosts. They go on a date, and their date is in the family pool. This is where now the haunting continues on. They're playing Marco Polo in the pool, and ooh, spooky, the ghost is also playing Marco Polo.
I just love that the demons was willing to play pool sports. Like polo.
You can tell she's like the way the camera like she's squinting her eyes so where she can kind of see. And her boyfriend is an African American young man, and the ghost in the pool is clearly a white ghost. And she's squinting her eyes. You think you would know, it's like, hey, wait a minute, you're not my boyfriend.
After that, how they really kick off this movie and get a lot of people in the pool all at once is Ray is helping out with the local Little League baseball team. The coach is he's lobbing some pitches at him, and Ray is swinging and missing.
That's not just a swing and a miss. That's a swing, a spin, a miss, and nearly throwing up. It was pretty impressive.
And then he gets up and he fucking hits a dinger off the softball coach or off the Little League coach.
Starts to hear the Field of Dreams soundtrack in his head.
He went full on like The Natural and like broke one of the lights out.
Yeah. And then the whole team's like, wow. And then the other coach is like, that's great, but you're going to have to pay for that, dude.
They then use this opportunity to invite everybody in town to their house for a pool party.
We've all been to parties in the summer. Some people bring fruit. Usually when they bring fruit, it's like cut up and pre-prepared. One of the guys just brought a whole ass watermelon and left it for Eve to just like, here's your watermelon. Now you cut it up. It's like The Simpsons, the episode where Barney brings a keg over to Homer's.
Oh, Barney, you brought a whole beer keg. Yeah, where can I fill it up?
And this pool party's a double whammy here. This is where the family learns that the owners of the house prior to them lost their daughter. She just mysteriously disappeared after spending a night out in the pool. And then also what happens, Ray is playing like, what is it called? Like tummy sticks with the little boys on the Little League team or whatever. I don't know what the game is called, but they're doing that. And Ray like is underwater holding this kid up, and the pool shoots its black goo into Ray's mouth. And it causes Ray to like freak out and hold the kid underwater, like drowning him.
With Ray and the black goo, like this movie doesn't have enough going for it that it has like these like 4 or 5 stupid ghosts that now, you know, instead of just ghosts, let's just throw a possession angle into it and just see where that goes.
Also, Tommy, Ray and the Black Goo is a much better title for this movie.
It's like it's channeling James and the Giant Peach. I kind of like it.
So after this like pool incident where Ray gobbles down some of the pool's black goo, they start to leave the house, and Ray starts throwing up black goo, and then it cuts to him laying on the bed, and the wife is talking with the doctor, and she's like, "Oh, no availability until Tuesday, huh? Yeah, okay, he'll just rest until then." Hope he gets all the goo out. Yeah, Ray's fine. He's just entering his JoJo Siwa era.
Dream guest on my podcast?
How did the water from the pool get into the entire house?
That means that the water in their house is untreated spring water from like an underground aquifer or something. Yeah.
Or untreated pool water. They're drinking like pool runoff and chlorine.
The only way pool water should get in your house is when you don't dry off all the way and go in and pee. So you don't pee in the pool.
But if you do pee in the pool, it's going to end up in their glasses of water, because apparently that's how their water funneling works. Imagine how bad their water tasted after that block party. It's like a sheen of all like the SPF on the water. Let's talk about the ghosts a little bit, the other ghosts in the pool. So basically how the movie ends is little baseball boy thinks he hears his cat again, and he goes out there and he thinks the cat is on one of the floaties,
The stupidest thing about that is he didn't go around to see. He didn't walk around the pool. He just tried to lean on the diving board.
Yes, and pull the floaty. At which point, a little goblin ghost pops out, which is so fucking wild.
Cider.
I thought it was like the ghost of the cat.
Who's the pussy now? Ha!
More wild shit happens, right? Because the little goblin thing pulls a little baseball boy into the pool, and then Eve dives after him, but she fashions a rebreather from a garden hose, which, let me be very clear, would not work.
I don't think that's a rebreather. I think Tommy had it right. It's just a comically large snorkel.
But if you put it in the water and then you try to suck, you're just getting water. It's not like water can't go into the garden hose.
She held it with her thumb all the way in, and just like...
If Jack Sparrow and Will Turner can hold a boat underwater and still breathe, I think we can let this one slide.
When they swim down in the pool, part of what makes it haunted is that the drain is actually a gigantic other pool, which doesn't really make sense. But so Eve dives down to save little baseball boy because he's in that little sub pool, and he's down there so long that he turns into a lifeless dummy. The entire movie up to this point had been stupid, so I don't know why I thought that they might wrap it up in like a clever way. But really how they wrap it up is the little girl, Izzy, just hits Ray with a baseball bat so hard that he pukes out the rest of the pool filth, and then he's fine.
Come back. Come back.
And then not only is he fine, he gives us an Oscar-winning line delivery.
Mom!
Is he okay?
His eyes are literally glazed over, no chest movement. He's more pale than he was to begin with, which is saying something.
Is he okay?
He's good. He'll be fine. So what happens is the pool goo got into his son now, and that wakes him up. But then Ray is like, I think I wrote the line down here. He goes, "Someone has to pay." Why? Why does someone have to pay? I don't understand this movie. And then Ray kills himself. Then, I also forgot to mention at the end of the movie, they do what they should have done when their cat went missing and then they started seeing Don Vito in the pool. They just drain the pool and fill it with concrete.
Right before that, the mom's like, should we sell the house? And then her kids have to be the voice of reason and be like, Ma, Dad's dead. Maybe not, huh? Maybe don't fucking sell the house to another unsuspecting victim.
How do you think the police report went for that? Ma'am, your husband's been reported missing? Yeah, you see how we filled in our pool with concrete? I know it looks sketchy, but he actually went missing in the pool and then we filled it with concrete. We didn't bury him alive.
They essentially did bury him alive because he got sucked into the fucking pool and then they just cover the pool in dirt. That's...
As we found out, though, that water runs all through the house, so maybe he's somewhere between the upstairs faucet and the downstairs toilet.
They're just gonna be...
We don't know.
Yeah, they're gonna be like running bath water, and then they're gonna hear some like clanking in the fucking faucet, like behind the wall, and then their dad just spurts out in bloody pieces out of the faucet.
It's like Nightmare on Elm Street with like the glove, and his head pops up like, "You okay?"
We have a pool.
I feel like this would have been a lot. Like, this was a stupid movie, but it would have been a lot better if they just did it in an above ground pool. where like you can just like lean over the red bank. Oh, there's a ghost there. I'm not getting that. In an above ground pool, like you can just go back to having the normal irrational fear that when you get in it and you're alone, that there's a shark in there with you.
So if you guys had the opportunity to edit this movie and like give scenes to the director and James Wan, how would you make people go into the pool?
Daughter has a teenage part, like a party.
I was thinking a way to make this like pool haunting interesting would be maybe like, like the pool has eroded and now all the ghosts are on the lawn.
The sequel is someone's toilet backs up and then they have like haunted sewage in their house.
Given everything that we've talked about, what would you guys give this movie? Any final thoughts?
I'll give it like one cannonball. Like we just said, like night swimming is awesome. Like there's not much better than night swimming. This night swim, there's a lot of things better than it.
I'm going to give this a wholehearted high dive belly flop.
All right, that's the movie. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you next time. Have a good one.
Well,